I'm crazy, crazy for feeling so lonely. No, I haven't lost the plot, ladies and gentlemen. I'm singing Patsy Cline songs because we're here at the Grand Opera House for a brand new show, which is called Crazy. Martin Lynch is the man behind it all.
Good afternoon.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing great.
Tell us all about Crazy.
Well, it is what it says in the tin. I formed this company, GBL Productions, about 12, 15 years ago to entertain people, to give people what we call the great night out. And this show, Crazy, by Brendan Murphy, does that exactly. We've got the songs of Patsy Cline and Garth Brooks. We've got the humour of Brendan Murphy, which is fantastic. And we've got three really good hand-picked actors who have the comic timing and have the singing. You're going to see like certain scenes, a scene in the second act about Australia, where Kieran Nolan, in my opinion, delivers a piece of genius on the stage. It's extraordinary. We've got Caroline Kern, who has fantastic. I directed her, and Maggie Muff. She's got great comic timing, and also she plays a good part. Marty McGuire becomes the guy, the magpie in the nest. He messes everybody around. He wants Garth Brooks instead of Patsy Cline on the wall. He wants to wreck the house instead of keep it neat and tidy. He wants to cut up carcasses out in your man's shed where he has a wee rabbit and stuff like that. So it's all of that type of clash. And the three of them work tremendously well together. So everything's there: entertainment, singing, humour. And our opening night, the actors have to stand and let the laughter end.
Wow.
Because I'd added another 10 minutes onto the play. So I'm delighted with the way we've started. And we open tonight in the Grand Opera House, and I'm sure there's even more people here tonight. There's about 800, 900 people.
Wow.
So the audience response, I expect to be double what we had in Armagh.
And of course, you mentioned Brenda Murphy there. People still remember her from A Night with George, which was such a big success as well, wasn't it?
That's right. Night with George is one of the most honest but humorous plays I have ever worked on. Yeah. Absolutely extraordinary. Brenda does not hold back. She's got a wicked tongue, and there's also an honesty about what she puts on the stage, about her personal life and her family life and all the rest of it. And I respect that tremendously. But she does it with a great sense of humour. And also, I've just spent the best part of 2 years working on Two Sore Legs, another play of hers, a one-woman show with Maria Connolly, which we've had in New York, the Edinburgh Festival. Tremendous success. So the woman has got it, and she's got a lot of fans. So it's a great combination. And with me directing and making a mess of it, well, we're still getting there.
So Martin, you've written many plays, you've directed many plays, you've produced many plays over the years. Do you still get nervous when it comes to an opening night?
Yes, but less so than years ago. You know, I remember my first shows in the Lyric Theatre back in 81, 82, where you're utterly petrified going into all this posh theatre, and I'm a young boy from Turf Lodge, and you just don't feel you belong there, and you're scared to talk, you're not sure about your vocabulary, you're scared to everything about the whole place was frightening. But I have to say, you know, I've come a long way since that, and I kind of cope with it a lot better now. It's worse for me if it's my play and a new play. That's still difficult on opening night. I mean, Stuart Parker, the writer, used to stay in the bar during the show on his opening nights and just drink a bottle of whiskey. That was his way of cope with opening nights. That's hard, difficult. Yeah. That's what the challenge is. But when I'm directing, I do my job the best I can. It's Brenda's play, and it's the actor's job to do it. And I can sit back, and as long as I know it's really good, and we've done it before, although we've developed the script since that, and added new songs and so on. I know the play works very well, so I'm relatively content. I won't be doing buttons, you know.
Everybody loves the Belfast humour in these shows. Do you think that's what's helping bring people into the theatre who maybe haven't been to the theatre before?
Well, yes. I mean, this is the big thing. I think Belfast has progressed more than a lot of other cities about this whole thing about widening theatre audiences. I mean, the Arts Council spent a lot of time developing policies and working on getting a wider number of people. It used to be, I remember there was big surveys done in the 90s where it said 27% of the population attend theatre regularly, and they were mostly ABs, you know, the upper classes, middle classes. Working classes generally weren't going to the theatre. I think in the 80s we began to change that with my plays, The Lyric, followed by Graham Reid, Christina Reid, all working class plays. Then Sharabank came along, Mary Jones, and then Mary Jones's own plays, my own plays, then Pam Brayton with Double Joint in West Belfast. There's now an acceptance in working class areas for the theatre. And also there's a knock-on effect to that. young people can be actors in those areas, which wasn't the case before. Like Kieran Owens from West Belfast, working class boy, Marty's the same, Caroline's from East Belfast, ordinary working class background, and they don't have any problem in areas saying they're an actor. Whereas when I was a kid, if you said you're an actor, you just got beat up.
Exactly.
You know,
yes, yeah.
so all that has changed. A lot has changed in Belfast in the last 30 years.
So once you finish with Crazy, what's next for you?
I'm working on a play for Green Sheep Productions, which is my not-for-profit company, based on our marking 50 years of the civil rights movement, and also bringing it up to date to look at civil rights today for whoever that may be, LGBT people, for marriage rights, for refugees. What is civil rights today? So we're trying to do a play that encapsulates all of that. It's a big year-long process of workshopping and working with communities and so on. So going on the Lyric Theatre in March of next year.
Do you think you'll ever get fed up and retire one day?
I hope not. I hope not. I mean, I love it. I love it, Robin. I don't like, I could sit in the house, and I love sitting in the house, and I love lying on the sofa. But after a certain period of doing that, 2 days or 1 day, that you want to get up and write, or you want to get out and do something. So I've loads of things. I'm also doing a new play by a lad from East Belfast called Stephen Large. He runs a DLA Facebook page, Dundalk Liberation Army. Have you heard of that?
I've heard of him. Yes. Yeah.
He's writing a play called Three's a Shroud, about funeral undertaker rivalry in Belfast, and we're doing that in the waterfront in October. Brilliant. And then I do the pantomimes, I do a pantomime in the waterfront and stuff like that. So I like to keep busy.
Excellent, Martin. I look forward to seeing Crazy tonight, and the very best of luck with the run.
I hope you enjoy it, Robin.
Thank
Thanks.
you. Thank you. And Crazy runs at the Grand Opera House until Saturday night, with shows at 5:30 and 8:30. Now, if you fancy a good night out in Bangor tonight, there's still plenty of time to get yourself down to the Goat's Toe for an evening of punk, rock and roll, indie, soul and more from the legendary Terry Hooley and DJ Stevie Boy Nickel. Looking ahead to Sunday night, and Belfast College of Acting presents The Sound of Musicals at the Beaver Players Theatre, featuring songs from Chicago, The Phantom of the Opera, Hairspray, The Rocky Horror Show, Grease, We Will Rock You, and many more. And finally for now, the 21st anniversary production of Trainspotting has been running at the Mac here in Belfast all this week, and that concludes on Saturday night with shows at 7 p.m, 8:45 and 10:30 p.m.
Choose life!